What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, a sad episode of Taking a Risk with George. On today's episode, we're no longer in the Keys, and it's taking its toll on me. Diagnosed, went to a doctor in my dreams. He diagnosed me with being away from the seasickness. We're not in the Keys anymore. This is terrible, absolutely terrible. It just does not feel right. I don't like not waking up to seabirds singing and hearing waves crashing on the shore 15 feet away from my window. This is just so weird. I'm making all kinds of terrible mistakes. I don't feel like myself. I have this terrible cough and it's coming from straight like down into here. Oh, this is horrible, absolutely horrible. I'm taking the trash out because the honey won't let me have a day off, and our car has automatic wipers, and I know that, and it wipes condensation off of the window. And this is something that everybody does here. Check this out. Everybody puts their garbage on the windshield like this to drive. Well, I just rubbed garbage all over my windshield. Thank goodness the bag didn't explode. I got to give it up to Sam's Club for having such wonderful garbage bags that don't rip. These are the Members Mark brand, but I don't know what's going on today. I just feel absolutely miserable, and the only thing I can think of is that I didn't have my daily dose of C for the last 2 days. I think this is day number 3. See, I can't even keep track anymore. It's terrible. Also, I don't know what's happening this morning. It is quite early, but everybody in their motorhome is driving around me right now and leaving, and like the guy right next to us is literally pulling out, and it's really early. Check-in is not supposed to be until noon, and there's a guy pulling in as he's leaving. Look, one's leaving, one's pulling in, another one drove by that guy. Like, I don't know what's happening. This is very unique. To bed, but I know that's not gonna happen. As soon as I take that trash out and I come back, she's gonna have me do something else. Probably paint or something. Yesterday was quite unique because we were just settling in, which is weird because we should have settled in the day before because we've been here for 3 days. But we literally were just asking each other all day, what would you like to do? I don't know. What would you like to do? I don't know. What would you like to do? And it's crazy because there's so much to do around here, but there's nothing that we felt like doing because we weren't by the sea. See what I'm saying here? We're feeling it. Unique that as we left, I developed this extremely terrible cough, this fever. I have body aches, I have chills, I have hotness, and it's funny because Harry Truman, the president that we talked about a few episodes ago, he was actually feeling this way for quite some time, and his doctor recommended that he go someplace warm to rest, and he chose Key West. So I'm gonna call this the reverse Harry Truman disease because we left the Key West and I got extremely sick. I got the body aches, the chills, the fevers, the cough, everything that I bet he was feeling from dealing with World War I and from dealing with World War II and everything else that was going on, becoming president so fast and in such a weird way. So there we go. I've developed some new rare disease based off of Harry Truman. Motorhomes, they park really fast. Like that took him like 2 seconds, which was pretty cool. I mean, he's probably got years of experience. So I'm gonna go take this trash out, and then I'm probably just gonna go sit by the lake for a minute, and hopefully the sickness will just leave. Forgot to mention, although this is the first video I've made since we've been here, is that something struck a nerve with me the other day. Supposedly, the second we moved into our new spot, now we do have 2 vehicles. We have a truck that pulls our RV, and we have our SUV that we use the majority of the time to save gas. We parked in what I thought was an okay spot, but it turns out that you can't have cars parked on what is known as the patio here, because we did pick a new spot. We got lucky. We found it the next morning after pulling in, and not 15 minutes into that, one of the workers that works here pulls up and says, "Hey, sorry to notify you, but somebody snitched on you and said that you had a car parked inappropriately." I said, "Oh, I didn't think so, but that's okay." And I asked him, "Where can I move the truck, and of course there's a little spot that's ways away, so I had to go do that. So our first interaction being here is somebody snitching on us. So that's a new and unique experience, is having neighbors that are not the nicest, because pretty much every neighbor we've dealt with has been really cool and very helpful, extremely nice. Watching these frat bros over here. It is like 7:45 in the morning, and they're at the center here just playing checkers without their shirts on, drinking a beer. You gotta love that. That's not something you'll see everywhere, so that's kind of neat and unique. And that's another thing I forgot to mention. This is the first time any of us has been sick since we started this life on the road, and we have no clue why. And the only thing I can think of is because it really did take its toll on us, knowing that we were leaving the Keys soon. You know, everybody slowly started developing a cough right before we left, and the only thing I can think of is because we knew we were leaving the Keys. It took its physical toll on us, and it's taken its mental toll on us. But I am over here at this lake. It is quite warm this morning, so I'm hoping to see something cool, maybe get my spirits up. Oh, I see things moving around already. Water rippling over there. I do want to take the kids fishing. We never got to do that while we were here last time. One, because I'm not the best fisherman. I've lost all that knowledge. All the water is actually nice and clear, which is kind of neat. It wasn't this clear last time we were here. It's so super quiet and nice. Oh yeah, this is definitely a great place to relax. Wow, look at the fish jump around. Of course, I'm disturbing the silence. Supposedly there's gators that live in this area over here. But I still have never seen a gator here. And it is quite warm this morning. 75, almost 80 degrees. It's beautiful. Springtime is coming in quick. It was almost 90 something degrees yesterday. It was hot. Check it out. We got a pair of Crocs sitting by the beach. I'm not going to get too close. I'm going to get bit. Oh, look at that. It's got a dinosaur on its back. Ooh, that's scary. Alright, I guess it's time to meander on home and get started on this honeydew list. Alright, just made it back, and somewhere off in the distance there's some sandhill cranes honking, I guess. I don't know what you would call that sound they make. Check out this beautiful lavender that we've got growing behind us. I think that's lavender. It's a cool little patch. I was trying to get some clips yesterday with my hugger walking into that field, but I'm not very good with that thing yet, but it does take some awesome quality shots. Let me tell you what, we're learning how to use it much better, and there's always new features being added to it. Very cool. So my first task, I gotta dry these things off. Been carting these around for quite a while. We haven't set them up yet. They're a little heavy, but I'd love to hook them up somewhere on the rig so that we could have some cool lights like everybody else. Alright, the medicine I took about an hour ago is just starting to kick in. Got the kids watching educational videos, doing their homework and stuff like that. The honey made them breakfast, thank goodness. And now I'm just doing some monitoring around the RV to make sure that everything is the way it should be. And check out this sky, like, whoa. That's exactly how I feel, is how this sky looks. Check it out. Look at this thing just marching through our territory. That's one of the sandhill cranes that we were listening to just a little bit ago. Running away from us. I think it's hilarious that it looks like it's sneaking through. It's trying its best to be so incognito. Don't notice me. How adorable. Alright, and now that all of my chores are done, the honey notified me. Actually, she reminded me that Brett and Teresa did let us know. If you don't know Brett and Teresa, I believe they're Madam Mayor on YouTube. They're friends of Jeremy and George, my sister and brother-in-law, over at What the Hales. They let us know that there is a RV show going on, I think this weekend, here in Kissimmee, or in the Kissimmee area. It's not here. We're a little bit a ways from Kissimmee. So I think we're gonna go check that out with some neighboring friends of ours, and we're going to go through some RVs, which is always something that cheers me up, seeing all the new cool RVs. This is just a small show, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that. I can't wait to get there and actually see. But that is going to be it for this episode. So make sure you like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on all notifications, and look forward to tomorrow's episode, which will hopefully be a lot more cheery and filled with RVs.